This is episode, not to make a big deal out of it, but this is episode 500.
Woo!
Yeah. I said don't make a big deal. Oh. It is actually 500 episodes is a lot.
It's amazing.
Isn't it?
It's unreal. Are you kidding? 500 freaking episodes. That's hours and hours of content.
I'd say it was a lot of hard work, but it was definitely way harder work then.
When it was live.
Well, when it was live, but in the beginning, right?
Yeah, oh yes. Well, now it's like, yeah.
We're casual. We come here, I come here, you go there, Lynn shows up in the back.
Oh, that's a great point, yeah.
He does his thing. We kind of have it down now.
Yeah.
It's easy.
We're comfortable.
We're comfortable. We shoot them the way we shoot them, and we know, and...
Well, we should be after 500.
It's like dancing, you know? You dance with a partner long enough, and you figure out... But that all being said, I thought we should have a little toast to this. So we'll have a little shot toast here.
Shot toast.
A shot to toast.
500, baby.
500. I remember when 50 was a big deal.
Come on out, Chief.
Come on, Lynn. Oh, wait. Yeah, you got to go. Oh, it's this way.
It's camera one, yeah.
Sorry. Not that one.
There you go, camera one. Yeah.
Oh, we don't have this. Okay, so come on over here. So I'm using great tequila. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
I think
it's 4, 5, 6.
I tried to, and I'm using a Cooking Guy shaker.
Nice. Everybody, you guys have seen this collection up there. Do we need shot glasses? Should I grab?
Yeah, no, I'll grab. We got
Cooking Guy shot glasses too.
I'm not using Cooking Guy shot glasses.
What's that? What is that, Lynn?
I'm using the shot glasses that's...
It's a nice bottle, huh?
Abandonado. It was a present from the president... A present from the president of Spy Glasses.
Oh.
I did an event there, and they're big tequila people, and they gave me that. These glasses I bought in San Miguel. Nobody can see them. Yeah. Bought them in San Miguel de Allende, and they're made in Oaxaca. And look, they're all handmade. You can see 3 glasses.
Those are amazing.
3 totally different, but they're gorgeous. I never bring them out because I'm scared somebody will drop one.
We'll get a better shot with the camera once Lynn is back in his spot.
Back in his hole?
If you're wondering what's happening, when Lynn's not in the back, he's not able to switch the camera. So that's why we're just on here. And look at this.
I definitely shouldn't be standing in front.
Wait, that's a beautiful color tequila.
Well, yeah, it's a good, it's a nice...
like orangey almost.
It's just the ice really has done that, but here's what I'm going to give it.
Looks great.
Wait, you know these are handmade because they're not the same size, they're not the same shape.
So one of my favorite things with good tequila is, and that's, I don't know if you wait. See this.
Go show everybody. It's on autofocus.
Is a baby? Look how tiny that is.
That is a baby.
A baby piece of orange. It just adds a little sweet note to it, and I prefer it more than lime.
Citrus is one of those things that can like bring out the flavor in an alcohol, right?
Yep, really nicely. My father would drink scotch on the rocks, 2 fingers of scotch, then ice, with a little piece of lemon in it. I think that's where we'll give you, Lynn will give you the tallest one.
Perfect.
And then the next one for you, and then I'll take the shortest one.
500.
3 amigos.
Boys?
Cheers.
And by the way, when you toast, you have to look the others in the eyes.
Yes.
So, right. There we go. Boys?
So we're not poisoning each other.
To 500.
500.
Cheers.
I will say that little piece of orange in there
does make it easy.
played havoc with my, but it looked beautiful.
Good.
I almost just swallowed the whole thing.
But how good is that, right?
That tequila is really damn good.
I don't know where you get Abandonado, but this is not just añejo, it's extra añejo.
Smells awesome.
So an añejo is anything that's, they make it, and then if they bottle it, if it sits in its, what do they call it?
Barrel?
I guess the barrel. It goes in a barrel. If they wait a year and then they start to bottle it, it's an añejo. So I think an extra añejo is after 3 years. I don't know for sure.
And so the darker it is, the longer it's been aged.
The darker it is, the longer it's been aged.
Flip that bottle around.
Because
Extra añejo.
Because it has picked up coloring from the wooden barrel that it's in. Now, having said that, understand that Jose Cuervo gold is gold not because of coloring leaching out from the wood. It's gold because they add caramel to it.
Oh,
So
it is.
little bit
Añejo has
artificial.
color because of time in the barrel. Not an añejo that's gold has color because caramel's added to it.
So I'd be curious to know which major brands of tequila
Yeah.
add caramel coloring and which don't.
Well, I'm going to guess ones that aren't the añejo ones, like Jose Cuervo Gold. See, and that's the thing. You'll see guys go into bars, it's generally guys, and they're all drunk and shit, and they do like this. Come on, let's have some good shots. I'm buying. I'm going to make them the best. Bartender, we want gold tequila, which could be that shitty Jose Cuervo
Yeah.
that's gold from caramel, not gold from aging. All right. I decided Show 500 deserves to be something that's, well, that I really like. Sam Livecast.
Wait,
So, ice cream truck?
oh my god.
Oh, we should get ice cream.
Do you hear it?
How far can you go?
Wait,
Can you go?
Let's go. Go on.
Can you go to the door?
I can get there, I think. Yeah.
Do you want ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is the farthest I can get. Damn it.
What a ridiculous break that was. Mm-hmm. How good are these?
Look at this.
We've
They
all
taste
got
the
our
same?
strawberry shortcakes, baby.
It's funny, and we all got to it independent of one another.
Uh-huh.
We said this is our favorite ice cream, and it really is.
It
This is
doesn't-
like a long... It's been popular forever.
It's been popular forever. And it actually, who makes this thing?
Good humor.
Is it good humor?
Yeah.
You know that for sure? You're looking?
No, but I know it for sure.
Because I'm done.
Oh no, this isn't even good humor though.
This isn't a good humor. This is a ripoff.
Is it?
This is not even called strawberry shortcake. It's called Sunday Crunch. We got fucking jacked.
Oh my god, he has false advertising on his side
No
of his
wonder he
truck.
can afford to charge only $10. He's got bootleg strawberry shortcakes.
Bootleg.
And he sells candy cigarettes. I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
I thought those were illegal.
Candy cigarettes?
Yeah.
Well, he claims he's only selling to the moms and
I know,
dads.
he goes, it's bubble gum. Like, that's not the point.
We know what the point is, dude. All right. Today's show, number 500. We could end it here. We got enough.
We've started with a tequila shot, now a strawberry shortcake bar, and we're moving on to...
But so here's what I want to make. Hold on. Before I explain this, I decided because it's number 500, I wanted to do something that I loved, and what I love are eggs. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to do eggs. And I thought, recently, I think I figured out how to do beautiful scrambled eggs. It's all about low and slow, like you might cook a brisket or a pork shoulder. Not a lot of heat. Take your time. They stay creamy. They stay delicious. When you use a lot of heat and you make scrambled eggs, they dry the F out. Am I right?
Yes.
Thank you. Lynn's got food in his mouth.
Or they stick to the
still
pan
eating
with
my
They
that
stick to
thing.
the pan, right. Lynn,
Yeah.
have you busted into your Snickers bar yet?
Oh, I'm done with my Snickers bar.
Oh, it's done.
Oh, wait. And what about your your fake strawberry shortcake?
Well, that's coming next.
Oh, you haven't had that yet? Oh, I thought you went there first. Okay.
Faux shortcake.
Okay, so now I've just, in my head, I'm doing scrambled eggs, but I want to make them a little special. So I'm going to do
What are we doing?
truffled scrambled eggs.
Yes.
Whoa.
With a little truffle oil because it's definitely more accessible for everybody.
It is
If
now.
I had to go buy a truffle right now, I'd be hard pressed to find one. But truffle oil I can keep in my pantry, and it can go in pasta, it can go in risotto, it can go in scrambled eggs. Truffle and scrambled eggs were meant to go together. They really were. So now I'm doing, in my head, I'm doing truffled scrambled eggs. What could go with that would be really good? Steak and eggs. That's what I'm talking about. So here's what this is.
Show this, baby. Oh my
Look at, there's my
God.
finger.
Bam.
I don't know what this is. It's just one big ass giant hunk of beef. I know what it is. This is an aged ribeye, or an aged boneless ribeye. And that thing is gonna go in my pan in about 2 minutes, and it's gonna do some amazing things. And we're gonna serve that with the truffled scrambled eggs.
Isn't a ribeye traditionally a little more marbly?
No, you can see it's pretty good. There's
But
enough.
that's so marbly is a characteristic of a ribeye. Am I
Yes,
right
there's
about that?
there's
Okay.
definitely more fat on a ribeye.
Got
Yeah.
it, okay.
Now, here's what I could do. I could trim this down and get rid of this little hunk right here, but I might use this little knob and some of this on the back to grease up the pan a little bit before it goes in.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
check what's going on. My pan has been here the whole time, getting hot. You can't really get it hot enough. You can't. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil.
It's got to have that wisp of smoke before you start.
That's exactly right. Thank you, sir. All right. Little olive oil. Kosher salt, fresh ground pepper. This is all we're going to use. So olive oil here, all the way around. Okay. Get it just a little glistening. It helps everything stick. So now it's going to look like a lot of salt, but know that this is a big ass thick steak, right?
You're trying to season like all the way through, right?
I'm trying to get seasoning on here to do all the right thing to this, right? So a beautiful piece of meat gets a big ass ton of seasoning. And then
Don't forget to get those sides, people. Oh,
I'm a fan of a steak tasting like a steak and not like a whole bunch of other stuff that you end up putting on it.
That's what I'm talking about.
that is so beastly.
Okay, it is kind of beastly, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
thick.
You should
Look
put you should put Louis up there.
It's almost heavier than Louis. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start by getting some of this fat in here. Now I gotta turn this on, sorry, but it's gonna smoke like crazy.
So that's just burning off quickly.
It's not really burning it off, it's gonna help flavor the whole thing. You see how it's now putting down a layer of fat? And you smell that right away. It's giving that color, but now it's laid down a flavor base for the steak. So look, here's the deal. A steak that thick is almost impossible to cook completely on the stovetop. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it a couple of minutes on each side here, and then it's gonna go into a 450 degree oven there. Got it?
Got it.
And the oven is gonna not just cook it till the bottom and the top are black. Once it goes in the oven, the whole thing gets all that ambient heat in there and it will finish off in there. But we want it to have good, you would never just cook a steak like this exclusively in the oven. Suppose you could under the broiler, and restaurants do that, but what we want is we want what's happening right now. The caramelizing, all the color, the searing, that's all beautiful. And this smells like, right now, every amazing steak restaurant you've ever gone into.
It does.
This thing was about, I don't know, maybe £1.25 pounds, maybe £1.33 pounds. It would definitely serve at least 2 people, maybe 3. This is about $24. This is a beautiful dry aged steak.
Yeah, this is like a ribeye for 2 at a restaurant.
Yeah. A little bit more color right there. Wow.
So you put no oil in the pan.
I put a little bit of oil on the steak, and that was
But
it.
not in the pan.
Not in the
I just
pan.
want to point out to everybody, look at
Yeah,
all the
so
moisture
what
in
you're
there.
seeing there is coming off the steak, really. There's a way of cooking a steak like this, a little bit thinner, both sides, and then the last thing you do is you throw in a bunch of butter and some thyme and you baste the steak. You tip the pan, you baste the steak with the butter, you let the flavors all enhance the whole thing, and the thyme gives it beautiful flavor.
Are we doing that?
I'm not going to do that today because I want the flavor of the steak to be just that, just steak, to go with the truffled scrambled eggs. I don't want to interfere too much. I want 2 basic flavors. Truffle scrambled eggs, basic steak. This is a classic combination that for anything special, you could easily do. All right, so let's have a look.
Yeah.
See this? Beautiful. So a couple minutes here and then it goes straight into the oven. And then we can kill the fan. You know, proper cooking shows that have giant studios, the smoke just goes up. We've got 20-foot ceilings. We've got 8-foot ceilings here. I can't.
Look at the corner of cam 1.
Look at the what?
Look at the corner of cam 1.
Corner of cam 1.
Right here. Look, you see all that smoke and the light that's coming in from your backyard?
Oh, God.
That's
What
where
is
all
that?
the smoke's going.
Smoke's going. Wait.
You see that?
No, I don't
That's
see
the light
that.
ray and then the smoke. There you go.
Oh,
that
my.
light?
No, I didn't
That's
see
your
that until
light.
just
That's
now.
your backyard light.
Oh, my God. Look at that. That's insane. Okay, I'm ready to do this.
That's where all the smoke goes in our studio.
I don't know what to say. We'll fix it after this then.
Okay, here we go. You ready? Tell me when you're there, Max.
Ready.
Wait. And here we go. Boom.
Wow. Just like
450 degree oven. Oh, it's so nice when it gets all quiet, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
It smells so meaty in here, man.
Oh, it smells amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. The steak is right here. Do you want to see what gorgeous looks like?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what gorgeous looks like.
Oh.
Max, your lav.
Oh.
Ah, fuck.
That's okay.
How do we remember to do this?
We're good. What? We can keep going. We don't have to
No,
stop.
I know, but we didn't know that it was off last time. And then your voice was like nothing. So how do we make sure that it stays on?
Do you want? I don't know what to say. Do I put a reminder on my phone? Not be a dumbass.
By the way, this
I
is,
don't know.
yes, do that. This is all
Okay.
staying in the show. Nobody cuts this out.
No, I will not.
You're being you're punished.
I'm sorry. I'm in trouble today.
Okay, wait. Do you want me to bring something else up?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, I think you do.
I literally have no idea.
All right. I'll bring it up then. Okay. You want me to?
I don't know what it is.
Look at you, you're all smiling.
I've got 5 eggs in here. Wait.
Was that 5?
Would you say?
Was that 5?
That was 5, yeah. Because that's what I had.
You're empty now.
All right, so let's get a little heat here. Little heat. That's the key. The key to this whole thing is that you don't use too much heat, because if you beat somebody over the head. Now I'm angry.
Don't be angry.
And you can't make scrambled eggs angry, or they won't feel the love and they won't turn out. It's that simple. So, butter in the pan.
You get a new nonstick pan.
Did I?
Did you?
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes.
Okay, just wondering. Because I've never seen it.
Yes, it's new. Eggs. Beaten. What do they need? They need a little salt. They have to have some salt. If you don't give them salt, you're not seasoning them. We talk about this all the time. Some pepper, a few grains of pepper. Okay, they're there. What else are they going to need? They're going to need the truffle oil that I've got right here that's going to go in, and some chives, because chives are delicate little, like onion stems. So they give you all of what you can get from an onion, but in a really lovely sort of way.
There's so many different cool forms of onions.
Their onions are the best.
Especially the green tube-like ones.
Look at that precision.
I'm going to throw these in a minute. Not yet.
Does the truffle oil go in before or after?
I don't think it really matters that much. Once my pan gets going, though, and what you want to make sure is that this is all covered, because you don't want any stickage, right?
What temp are you at? That's pretty low flame.
It's pretty low flame, yeah. And you'll see. So I'm going to give it a little bit of truffle oil now, and I've got 5 eggs, maybe half a teaspoon. Which is about that.
smell it yet?
Oh, I smell it.
Oh, yeah. And then? Let's see.
It's almost like it's doing nothing right now.
It is actually doing a little something. You see right in here, when you pull back, you can see a little bit is just starting, right?
Yeah.
And look here on the side, right up here. You see that starting to do its thing? But here's what we want to do. We want to keep it moving. We don't want this to set hard. Of course, we want it to cook, but the whole beautiful part of this is that it's a gentle cooking process. And it took me a while to figure this out. I was eating my eggs one day, and obviously I was in a hurry for scrambled eggs. I usually put lots of vegetables and bacon and stuff like that in, and I was really excited to get them. And a few of the bites were too hard, too firm, too set. And I was like, this is not right. I need to redo this process. And I started thinking about it, and I thought, you know what it is? It's too much heat. And I generally say people don't cook with enough heat. I think people are scared of heat. Like the steak that we cook, it's 1 billion degrees here. It was great. You stir fry, you need a lot of heat. You want things to caramelize, you want things to look good. And more heat generally does better things to food than less heat. Until you get right here and you're cooking eggs or scrambled eggs. Or even like over easy eggs or fried eggs. Because if you use too much heat, what you end up with on a fried egg is you end up with all of that white having that hard brown-like edge around the outside. That becomes lacy, and you don't want that. I don't want that. Do you smell the truffle?
Oh, yeah.
Right from here, right? Wow.
Oh, yeah, you can see some egg forming in there.
Oh, absolutely. You can see it around the edge. So this is the perfect time to do this because our steak has got a solid 10 minutes of time and it's got to do its thing.
A little more heat.
Tiny bit more heat.
There's very little under there. Wow, see how little?
I like this because it's all about the technique,
Right. Right. Well, you would appreciate that.
Yeah. And it's just eggs. So simple, but this is going to transform the way you do eggs, I think.
I think so. I mean, for me, this has been transformative for me because, and you can do this. If you think it's getting too much heat, you can go like this. Just pull it completely off of the heat, right? No heat underneath. Better that you take a second, step back with the heat that's going in the pan a little bit, and let it start to calm down a bit, then burn the shit up on the pan.
Can I comment on that?
Yep.
I think a lot of people who cook or tell me to cook, when they tell me they burn things, and I think people would just forget that instead of turning down the heat, like you can actually just take the pan off the heat. And it's weird when you watch someone cook and they're like, oh, it's burning. Like, well, why don't you take the pan off?
Take it off.
Right.
You're right. It's a good point. My niece in London, who I will see in a couple of weeks, when I saw her last, we were having a big food conversation, and I said, "What do you eat?" She goes, "Well, we're trying to cook more at home and chef and stuff." But she goes, "When my mom was here last, my mom made me scrambled eggs all the time." And I go, "Can't you make scrambled eggs?" And she goes, "When I do, they're really bad." And I go, "What do you mean bad?" She goes, "They're like dry." And I go, "I know. I tell you the answer right now. You're using way too much heat." And I said, she goes, "Too much heat?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "Let's go. Let's get some eggs. Let's scramble eggs right now." And I taught her this. And maybe it went a little bit faster than this is going, but boy, was she happy when it ended. She's eaten a ton of scrambled eggs. And now, since then, and now that the government, or the powers that be, whoever, have said that cholesterol from eggs is not problematic for you.
Really?
Yeah.
This is an official fact now.
It's an official fact.
Huh. Well, this changes things too.
Doesn't it? So you can see what's happening, right? Now we're starting to get on the bottom, which for me now is a little bit too much. So I'm going to pull it off. And I know this may be boring for somebody that wants, you know, like super flashy, exciting cooking TV, Guy Fieri style things being roasted and burned in pans, whatever. But I'm telling you, if you're a scrambled egg fan, this will change your life. Especially with the little bit of truffle oil that we drizzled into this. Oh my God. So I'm going to wait till this comes together a little bit more before I put the chives in.
Should you generally wait for that to add things?
You know, I don't think they benefit from being in there too early. And because they're so gentle in their oniony flavor, we don't need to cook them. We don't need to settle them down. And they're not going to change. They're not going to do anything like amazing if they go in early. I like to just deal with the eggs at this point and then back on the heat. Don't be scared to take it off the heat. Let it do its thing for a sec. The chives are right here.
Serious truffle.
Serious truffle, right?
Oh yeah. Mmm. Get a little shot of that for everybody in case they're wondering what they should be getting.
Yeah, and this is, you can see that this is the white. Is it the white? It's the white, black truffle. Sorry. Uh-oh, my eggs.
Oh no.
Oh no, look it, see? The pan's so low that nothing's problematic here. I mean, if this is super boring, we could cut this and just come to when it's done. You think it's too boring?
I do think there's going to be people who are going to say, Sam, why should I cook scrambled eggs this way? Because it takes so long, and usually scrambled eggs are like a 2-3 minute fix. I don't know.
Here's the deal.
It's different, man.
If you've come home from a party, you've been drinking. Let me say that again. You Uber yourself home from a party, right?
Yeah.
You Uber or taxi yourself home from a party. You've been drinking. You're all jacked up. You're starving to death. The food sucked or the food was non-existent. And you really got to eat. Maybe this is not the dish for you to have, or maybe not the dish for you to have this way. Because I could bang out scrambled eggs in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But when I take the time to put chive and truffle oil in, I want them to be really delicate and super delicious.
Do you ever add milk?
And so
or
don't
anything?
do it now. Do I ever what?
Add milk to your eggs?
I never.
Never seen you do that, no.
No.
I think
I'm not one of those guys.
singles-
I don't like it. People are like, I want light and fluffy.
Yeah.
And I want these things to be gentle and sort of soft and smooth and stuff. But I don't want fluffy eggs. Fluffy eggs to me are eggs that are cooked with too much heat, actually.
But these are going to be nice and custardy and
Yeah.
yeah. I can't wait, man.
Look how close we are. But the key is, and you see I've not stopped moving.
Yeah, you really haven't.
This might be, at this point, the most boring episode we've shot. But for a good reason, right? So now,
Chive it up.
chive it up.
This is also steak and eggs 101, man.
Isn't it?
Everybody should be able to make steak and eggs.
Every guy, at
Yes.
least. Oh, we're so close, man. I'm going to make myself just a beautiful little couple slices of the beef, of the ribeye. Look at that.
It really looks so perfect.
Oh my God.
I mean, man, maybe scrambled eggs doesn't do this justice. Maybe it's, I don't know, some other form of eggs.
That does what justice?
Like, you know, when people think scrambled eggs, they think of the stuff we're talking about, the fluffy kind of hard bits, you know?
Right.
And this isn't it, so maybe this deserves a new name.
Right. Well, this may be proper scrambled eggs.
Proper.
I don't have a whole much. All right, so should we check out this steak?
Yeah. I could keep those moving.
Okay, that I'm taking off right there, okay? Let me just get rid of all this. Oh my.
How do you think we did?
I'm feeling like we did pretty good, Lynn. I'm feeling like we did pretty good. Right.
Wow.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Is that your dinner, Mom?
No. So this is a little fat piece right here that is not going to be.
Wow.
I think we did pretty good, man.
Yeah. Okay, so watch. What do I need here? I need a bowl. I can do that right here. I'll take 2 pieces of this steak with that fat edge on them, because I gotta say I'm kind of partial to that. And then a little bit of that. Let me just turn that way. That.
Damn.
Now a fork and a knife, and what more do I need? So let's first try the eggs, right? I mean, creamy, I don't know that really covers it. Truffle is like sesame oil. The right amount is amazing. Just slightly more than the right amount can just take you over the top and make life really miserable. So let me just cut one bite, and I want to have a little bit of the eggs on this one bite of the steak. And this is what it's all about. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the quintessential steak and eggs bite. Oh my God. I got the crispy of the outside of the steak, the seared part. I got a little bit of that fat that was on that edge that I had. It's just perfect steak. This is not the time to be putting barbecue sauce on this, or Montreal steak seasoning, which I'm a fan of, but let it speak for itself. Not sure I could have done any better for us on 500 episode day.
Hell yeah.
500th episode day. Here's the deal. A little bit of truffle oil goes a long way. It's not expensive. This was like 11 bucks. Don't think truffles, that's going to be 100, because it's not. Just get some and make this as soon as you can. Look at the color in here. That's ridiculous. Kelly, look at the screen.
Boo, yeah.
And that was not sous vide. Just full-on beautiful steak in a pan, the way God intended it to be. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Sam Livecast. Wednesday will be episode 501. Oh, by the way, we're doing eggs all this week.
Yes.
Just saying, my favorite food. It's going to be another week of eggs. We've done it before. We'll do it again. Thanks for hanging out with us. Make this. Promise me you'll make this.
Promise.
I can't hear you, so it doesn't really. Thank you, Lynn will.
I'll make.
Okay, good. See you guys. Wednesday. Bye.